is the fact that I think I fired the first shot, that B Company 86 on the front line doing when we got there. And that's not the way this should go. So I was thinking about this before, but it's a guy to get you into my thought. Let's start again.
You started the war for the
No. I first shot, not started the war.
Well, I know, but for the 10th Mountain Division in Italy, you were the
One of the
point of the sword, huh?
Well, what happened is our B Company and the first squad, they billeted in a house just behind a ridge, and on the other side of the ridge was a front line, theoretically. And there was an OP on the other side of that ridge, machine gun us from the people that were there before us. And I was assigned to go out and relieve them with another buddy. And when we got to the machine gun, I don't know what they call them anymore. Whatever, their emplacement or something like that. And the two guys that were there remind me of these old cartoons that have the beards on guys in sloppy, burning, dirty clothes. They were them. Anyway, they said to us, "It's about time you guys got here. We've been waiting a long time." And this kind of floored me because this was our movement coming from New York, from the States to Italy, was supposed to be secret. No one was supposed to know we were doing this. But these guys heard of our coming before we even got on the boat in the States. And anyway, the incident that I wanted to mention is that when my partner and I were relieved at dawn, we started to go back to the house where we were billeted. And as we were walking along the path in front of this ridge, one behind the other, I had a sniper's rifle. The other fellow I was with, he had a Thompson submachine gun. And I took the lead to come out of there. And just as we got to almost the end of that little ridge, I guess, there was evidently a squad going out on a patrol. And we figured, gee, what do? We drop down, they're going to shoot at us. If we walk up them, they'll probably shoot us also. You know, they're going out, they don't know what to expect. But they didn't see us, but we saw them right away. It just happened to be that way, I guess. They were looking at other places, I guess. But anyway, I was out there in the front with this sniper's rifle. It was damp as hell. You can't see through the scope, you know, and it's, who am I going to shoot at if I have to shoot, because I can't see anything. And this is where I learned that the sniper's rifle is not the best rifle I have during the daytime. It certainly is no good at night, at least in those days. We didn't have night vision lenses then. But anyway, the thing that happened is I said, look, if I'm going to lead, give me your rifle. At least I can do some defense work here. And he took mine, and as soon as I got it, you know, it just automatically, I pulled the trigger, and this went off. These guys dropped down because they heard the crack. And, well, we had to change our pants when we got back to the billet. But anyway, I think that was the first shot that was ever fired by B Company from the time we got to Italy. And that's about the only thing that I think I would like to talk about.
And so how was it that the squad going out didn't all of a sudden shoot back at you? How did you manage to signal?
We started to scream a lot, you know, to let them know that we're not the enemy, we're not the enemy. We're screaming our heads off. And finally, they got up and the weapons went down, and we felt comfortable we could then continue to walk out. But that was kind of a scary situation. But the thing that I was not impressed with, the thing that I wanted to note is that I shot this rifle just because I wanted to automatically, I guess, pull it to see if there was a round inside. And of course, there was one, and it went off. But that's about it.
So was that, that little, almost
So-
friendly fire situation, you said it was really scary. You think that's scarier than, some of the other, like, real battles you had facing,
No, no.
facing the Germans or anything?
no, of course not at all. And from here, I'd like you to stop it. Okay, can you stop it?
Sure.
I want to talk to you.
All right. The one thing I need on the tape, though, is I need you to say your name and spell your name,
Okay,
your unit, your rank, and even if you don't remember the exact service dates, at least like the years.
I don't.
Okay. Well, then those parts that you. So name.
Okay, my name is Bill Best, and you want my address? No.
No.
Okay,
Just-
I was in B Company 86 Regiment, and I went overseas with B Company for the rest of the time. I started out first in the 90th when I was trying to organize another regiment, and I started out in headquarters company, 1st Battalion, but then the 90th was, they weren't disbanded, but they were disassociated with the 10th Mountain Division. It just wasn't going to work out, they thought. So they sent them down to Camp Carson, I think, for another building, probably waiting for the 87th to come back and have a place for them to go in billets, in the camp, rather. Anyway, I went down with the whole 90th group, and when I got down there, they started looking through the records and found out that I was a 3-letter man. That I wasn't just a volunteer or somebody that was picked up from some other outfit. So they sent me back with a bunch of other guys that were probably caught in the same ship, And this is where I ran into a guy. Anyway, one of the toughest little guy I think I ever met. But the fairest, he was the first Sergeant Theveridge of B Company. And of course, at that time when I came out of the 90th and came back to Camp Hale, I felt very bad because I didn't have anybody that I knew there. I wasn't associated with anything, just now assigned to B Company. So I was trying to get into some other outfit if I could. I was associated with what I was doing before in regiment, battalion headquarters. No, battalion, 1st Battalion. God, I tell you what it was before, I forgot. Headquarters company in 1st Battalion. Anyway, I went to radio school there, and I was looking to see if I could get back into the same situation, because I was sent to B Company, which was a line company, a rifle company, and they probably only had one person that was in charge of all their communication equipment and so forth. So, and that spot was taken. So I was looking for something else. I'm sorry to get long-winded here, but Theveridge, being a very fair and honest guy, he said, well, look, go make your search, go to see people, go to see a chaplain, go to see anybody that you can see to find out if there's some unit that you could fit into. And if you don't fit into anything and you come back to me, you got to work for me, and that's it, But no one would ever tell you go and find an outfit that you can feel comfortable with. But he did. He was an honest man. Terrific. And that's all. I mean, I don't have anything much more to talk about, but that I would like to talk about. But anyway, that's it.
Did you find in the 86 though what it was that
I had to become a lineman, a rifleman. I was a sniper, or at least yes. They gave me the title of sniper and gave me a sniper's rifle. It's an OH261 with a scope on it. And at that particular time, I don't think I ever shot that stupid thing until we went on some kind of maneuver down in Texas a long time after that.
down at Swift? Right?
Yeah, right.
Swift? Yeah.
I kept asking Ed, look, I haven't fired this. It's not even bore sighted. I don't know what it's going to hit. So He just, yeah, we'll get around to it sometime, but not now. So finally we went out on this maneuver, and we went through a exercise where there was supposed to be enemy on cardboards flipped up out of the ground, and our squad was advancing in the area where these targets were. And of course we got one, I don't recall what got our attention, so that we had to drop to the ground. And the sergeant in charge called out to me, "Look at your scope, see if you can find out where these guys are," you know. I said, "Well, okay, yeah, I see one over there, I see the target." And he said, "Well, okay, if you see it, shoot it, you know." So I shot it. Can I stop just for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Prior to this, I didn't have any practice with this rifle before, I never shot it, and very anxious to get it to work so I could depend on it. And Thiverage, wasn't a big enough issue for him at that time that I had to get up there privately with a bunch of other snipers and get their rifles in shape. But anyway, forgot what I was going to say. That's what happens when you're 82 years old.
So you were talking about how you shot your rifle for the first time.
Oh yeah, right, in that exercise. So I brought 2 tracer bullets with me so that I could see what was going to happen and where that damn thing was sighted. So when they told me to go shoot this target, I shot it and it went way up there. Nowhere down on the ground anywhere. And I shot it once, and then I shot a ball ammunition, and then I shot another tracer, and they said, "Where did you get that gun?" You know, and that was the end. I was reamed by Thiverage for using tracer ammunition, but I told them, "This is the only way I get your attention." I said, "I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if I tried." So then, when we got to Italy, I got a chance to go out with the other snipers, and we zeroed in our both sighted of the rifles that we were using. So, and anyway.
So did you do a lot of the were you on D series, and did you do a lot of the hiking and skiing?
Oh yeah,
that too?
yes. But when the D series were there, when we had the D series, I think I was in the 90th at that time. I'm not sure. I don't recall. I never did remember what outfit I was with at that time. It was just like I was old then, so I don't remember then. I don't remember now. But I had no experience, I don't think, with B Company in that sense. I still was with telegraph radio man, and I was active at doing that at that time. But anyway, outside of that, now I know that there's nothing else that I can talk about, that I would like to talk about, okay? So that would be it?
Sure.
Okay.
I think we've covered all our bases. You told me your name and all right. Did you sign the?
I gave it to you. I don't know where you put it, but.
All right. Yep. And just be careful when you stand up, because that